Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Reaching New Heights podcast with me, Megan Gallagher. Today, I have the absolute honor of interviewing such an incredible guest. He is a dancer, choreographer who has been featured on huge shows like Good Morning America and Ellen, and he has a massive social media following with over 600,000 followers on Instagram. I feel so lucky to get to talk with him today. Please help me in giving a warm welcome to Josh Killacky.
Everyone goes wild. What's up?
I am so excited. Thank you so much for coming on, Josh.
Of course, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I've been such a fan of yours for so long. I also am a fellow dancer. I'm obsessed with dancing. I have been my whole life, and all your videos are insane. You're so talented.
Thank you. Thank you so much. 12 years of it, I feel like I have to be good at some point, putting 12 years of work in. It's so funny. My mom actually put me in dance class when I was like 12 years old. Yeah. But before then, actually, my mom and I did 10 years of Taekwondo, and we got our black belts together. But
no way.
Yeah. Even with Taekwondo, you're learning choreography to some degree. So it was a really cool introduction to into dance and body control and movement and whatnot. So
I love that. And I love that you did that with your mom. That's so awesome.
I know. We're best friends. Definitely.
Oh, that's so cute. Me and my mom are best friends too.
She's the best.
I love that. So Josh, I want to know, what was life like for you growing up? And you always know that you wanted to get into dance movement, just the dance world. Did you have a moment, one moment when you were younger where you had that epiphany, or did it just over time you were like, oh my gosh, everyone in my family kind of this is just what I feel like I'm meant for?
Yeah. It's funny because growing up, I was definitely the sports kid. I was the Taekwondo kid. I was the baseball, travel baseball, and soccer kid. So I did all the sports, dabbled in really everything. But to be honest, as I kept doing it more and more, I just realized that I kept getting bored of whatever I did.
Mm-hmm.
So at 12 years old, after getting kicked in the face a ton of times from Taekwondo, baseball, going around the base, everything just felt like generally the same thing. So I actually was at my sister's wedding, dancing and grooving, having fun, celebration, let's get it. And one of her friends were like, hey, what dance team do you dance for? You're really good. What's up? I was like, dance team? What is a dance team?
Yeah.
People just dance for fun, and that's the ceiling of it.
Yeah.
So I didn't really understand, I guess, the expansion of where dance can get someone or where it can even go. So my mom and I looked at local dance studios around us. I took a dance class, just tried it out, especially growing up watching You Got Served, the movie, and watching Chris Brown frickin' kill it on stage, and Bruno Mars and the performance, everything. Growing up, I've always wanted to be the star, but I didn't know how to do that with Taekwondo, baseball, or soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Generally that's teamwork, which is totally cool. But I took my first dance class, and from there it was game over. That was my introduction into a creative space where there's consistent change, where it forced me to never get bored. So there's consistently new music, new ways to move your body, a new atmosphere that you can create in an environment where everyone's just learning something new. So everything just felt refreshing, and I finally found my passion, something I never got bored of, that I always wanted more and more, wanted to constantly get better. So shout out to my mom putting me in a dance class, because we're still dancing.
I love hearing that, because I think it's just so powerful and so special when you do have really supportive parents. I feel lucky, and it's just it's really it's awesome hearing when other people also have the support of just your parents pushing you, they know that this was what makes you so happy, and they're just you got it, go for it.
Yeah, I was so thankful to have such a supportive mother. My dad, not as much, but my mom, 100%, she moved me from Chicago to Los Angeles when I was 15 years old, not
Wow.
really knowing a single soul in LA. And for being that young and still not really knowing if I'll do something out of it, I got to give her my everything for just making that jump, you know?
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
insane. That's like the most support anyone could ask for. So
I
shout out.
love that.
Yeah.
Shout
And
out,
Mother's Day
mom.
is coming up, so you know I'll treat her well. Every Mother's Day.
Woo! I know,
Please.
Mother's Day in quarantine. It's like
Right. No. I know. No, I'll make her feel special no matter what, quarantine or not.
Oh, I love that. So, Josh,
Yeah.
I would love to know in your own experience, especially when you were a teenager, how did you feel that like dance and like was it your escape? Because for me growing up, when I was struggling with horrible anxiety, body image issues, like I never felt enough. And I know for me, putting on headphones, it was just like I went into a different dimension. Like I felt so connected to my body. I would love to know, like, did you ever feel growing up, whatever struggles you experienced, that dance was that thing for you?
Yeah. Ultimately, I think everyone also searches for a little bit of confidence. Like sometimes we can't do it by ourselves by just sitting and just getting confidence or growing confidence. That's why we need like personal escapes in order to like feel good about something. So I
Yeah.
think I think dance was that for me. I think music was that for me. Um, Whenever I was feeling down, feeling up, you know, my go-to would just to put on music. And as soon as I put on music, which was my medicine, that instantly I needed to move. I couldn't just like listen to music and be like,
Just
right foot up, left foot slide. Like
yeah.
I had to do something with it. And then that just like helped me understand as the years went by that was something I needed in order to like fulfill my purpose and feel good about myself. And especially, you know, I think a lot of it stemmed from how it affects other people.
Mm-hmm.
Especially even, let's say, as soon as the first time I danced at my sister's wedding, you know, seeing, even though I wasn't good at all, just people saying, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Like that reaction is something that I started to get addicted to because I'm making someone else feel good about themselves as well. So not
Yeah.
only am I to a certain degree like numbing other feelings and emotions and getting past that, but I'm also helping other people. So it's like a win-win where I would be growing my own personal confidence, I would be making someone else feel good, and it was something that like uh I feel like I wasn't getting judged for. It was just an
Mm.
escape for me. And that as the years gone by, started becoming more of a hobby, and then it became a lifestyle, then it became a career. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I'm actually living off of something that I could help other people and help my personal self and my mental. So
Yeah.
it was awesome. Yeah.
That's incredible. That's so beautiful because I think especially I mean, I don't think there's a huge stigma and obviously I think it's like going away, but in my own experience in my high school like
Yeah.
there weren't that many dancers and there were like no male dancers. There was a few like there was a cheerleading team, but like have you ever experienced that in your high school, people being like you're a male dancer? Like
Yeah. I mean, of course, I'm not gonna play like sad guy and be like, I got bullied 24/7 for being a dancer. I know that's like the cliche thing to say, but I mean, I of course got comments from time to time. But I went to like a hip hop dance competition team that was ranked like #1 in the state. So to be honest, like I felt good, especially knowing that they were like on America's Best Dance Crew back in the day, Extreme Dance Force. I was like, oh, this is so
yeah.
cool. They were on TV. Let me learn from them. Like, so there was never like you go to a random dinky-dink school that
Right.
you kind of dance and you're not that good. And like off the jump of my first like dance class, I still felt like, wow, I'm actually pretty good at picking this up, you know? So I never felt like, I guess I never felt like I wasn't good at it, you know, not to say in a cocky way.
No, but that's a really
But
good thing.
that was like the first sign for me personally to be like, oh, well, let me get better. Let me keep growing that. So
Right.
Yeah, I guess yeah, and to be honest, at my dance competition team, like there was a ton of hot girls. And as a straight male, I wanted to impress girls not only at my dance school, but also at my school,
Mm-hmm.
where, you know, we would do the dances and I would be that tiny white boy being like, okay, here's my shot. Here's
Yeah.
my shot. I'm awful at talking to girls, so let me dance it out. Let me dance it out. Let me
Oh
dance
my
it out.
gosh.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
was like a win-win.
That's so awesome. And I love that confidence because it's just like I can just feel your energy like through the screen. Like you have such good energy.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean that's how the world goes round, you know?
Yeah.
We need
That's so
people, we
true.
need we need good energy.
Heck yeah. I would love to know, Josh, is there like any artist, singer, dancer, dead or alive, that you are like dying to work with? Or if they're like, you would just do anything, like if you could have one day, you'd be like, this person, boom, let's like do something.
Do something with. Do something.
Do something.
Do something with song. Um I would I I would probably say I guess I would just want to see the lifestyle and learn from Drake, I guess himself. I mean, I feel
Ooh.
like overall he's one of the best artists in the world right now. Like just
Mm-hmm.
from the past songs, from the analytics, from his upbringing, constantly having hits after hits after hits. I just would love to kind of dissect his brain and dissect his work ethic in the music studio, especially myself being a music artist and constantly working on my own music. That's like my long-term goal. So I
Mm-hmm.
would love to be in the studio with him, even if I don't like get to work like with him
Yeah.
side by side, just like sitting in the background and being that weird guy that just kind of like takes note of everything. Like that's what I would
Yes.
want to do. And then I would want to be like, so are we going on your private jet after this? Or where are we?
Yeah.
Are we going? Where are we going now? So
I know.
I think
That's how I felt like a few days ago I interviewed CeeLo Green and I was like,
wow, that's awesome.
yeah, and I was like on the inside I'm just like, keep it calm, cool, casual, that I was like doing like backflips. I'm like,
No.
I know, but he was such a cool guy, but I'm just like I feel the same way. I'm like I've always dreamed about being younger, like expressing myself. Like I love being on stage. I love helping others. Clearly I'm like rowing the boat with my
Yeah,
hands.
yeah.
So,
I
I
can, I can
love,
definitely tell you're a dancer.
yes, like I love connecting to my body and like I am a motivational speaker, but I'm also like,
Yeah,
I have dreams of like recording an album. Don't know when, where, who, what, why,
awesome.
how, but it's gonna happen. And like
Yeah,
I love just like being on stage and even talking to CeeLo. I'm like, can I come to the studio with
right.
you?
If you need someone, I got you. I
I'm
could.
like, I literally started beatboxing for him. I was like, boom, 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 boom,
Let me
boom.
know when I can
Like,
feature on your next album. Just like hit me up. No rate, no rate. Just let me know.
I know. I was like, I'll do anything to be in the studio
Yeah,
with you.
I
But
bet. I bet.
I know, but I love that though. And have you in your own career, because you are so young and you have accomplished
Mm-hmm.
so many things that a lot of people like never have the courage to do. And like
Yeah,
being a dancer, being a singer, expressing yourself, moving your body, you're putting yourself out there and you're being
yeah.
so vulnerable. And have you ever had a moment where you're in the middle of a dance routine or you're on a certain stage and you really think, wait, like, oh my gosh, it's all happening. Like my
Yeah,
dreams, it's all happening now.
yeah, yeah. I think I got that. I got that special moment when myself and four friends we created this viral hoverboard dance
I
routine.
saw that. That's so
Yeah, yeah,
sick.
yeah. To just and this was back then before it got bad publicity of them blowing up, and then everyone in society being like, okay, F hoverboards, bye hoverboards. We created this hoverboard routine. Justin Bieber tweeted it out,
So
and this
cool.
was the very like start of hoverboards being a thing. So we like the timing of it was perfect, especially him
Yeah.
releasing his like fresh song "What Do You Mean" back then. So as soon as he tweeted it out, that's when almost like every article wrote it up because it was just something so refreshing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, it was a moment for me to understand if opportunities don't arise, just create them yourself. Create them yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Especially
Heck
being
yeah.
at that time when I was 16, I knew I wanted to dance, but I didn't know how to do it. And especially like I had dreams of just being a backup dancer for some of my favorite artists, but like sometimes you have to be like 6 foot tall, abs, manly. And I was like, I'm this tiny, like 5'6" white boy auditioning next to all of these tour dancers in LA. At the time, it wasn't a thing for you to be 15, 16 in LA going for dance stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so,
But
yeah,
but you did it
I
though.
created
Like,
my own, yeah, we created our own opportunities.
so
And then that led to the special moment, back to your question, was performing live on Good Morning America in the middle of Times Square. Like, we were like one of the first non-musical acts to perform live in the middle of Times Square on Good Morning America, which was so cool. You know,
holy.
live,
Yeah.
just like go out there, all these billboards and all
Yeah.
these people with signs around us, like that knew of us from the video. It felt like a weird hoverboard band that we created that we didn't know where we were going with. But I
Yeah.
think that was the moment that I really took in that something is happening with this. And we had the Ellen Show and Good Morning America fight over us to have like
No
first
way.
performance, so like live. So
Yeah.
that just was really cool. Yeah. And that's what like helped us see that, again, if opportunities aren't there, let's create our own videos. Let's use social media as an
Yes.
advantage, you know, because again, how many years ago was that? 8 years ago, like social media was so far from its time to, especially where it is now.
Yes.
Like back then, we weren't doing brand deals with companies. People didn't understand the exposure of a video and what you can do with it and build an
Mm-hmm.
audience. That was just not a thing like years and years ago. So we did that, and then we got
So
like
cool.
20 plus gigs flying from Beijing to New York to all these different places, doing this one hoverboard routine of just flying on these boards. What do you mean? It was so funny because like we weren't even moving our legs much either. So,
Yeah.
like, we were dancing from like stomach and up, you know. So
Yeah.
it was a fun time.
Okay, but I'm obsessed with that story because you just created something like what you said, especially during this like quarantine. Yes, there are challenging parts, but I personally am always looking for the silver lining. It's how I was raised, it's in my DNA. I'm always looking for the positive, the blessing, the good stuff.
Yeah.
And but look at you. I mean, like you were like 15, 16 in LA and you just like had that courage and like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, I think people can make the most use of this time. A lot of people work and say they don't have time for this and this and this, and now it's time to, as soon as quarantine's over, go big or go home, you know. So everyone take advantage of this time to think deeper, you know, plan out. Like usually there's a lot of people that have that 9 to 5 job that get home that are mentally just so exhausted that they can't put pen on paper. They have no more mental energy. So now that us as human beings have a lot of time, now it's time to be smart about it and really make those plans that after quarantine, you may be like, thank God we had quarantine. Thank God I had enough mental energy and time to lay it all out, to now really do something, you know, really make the bigger picture. Yeah.
It's so powerful. And I agree with what you said. Like there are so many people who either aren't following their dreams. There's a lot of reasons, like financially, there's a lot of stuff, but so many people like are in soul sucking jobs, relationships where they don't feel that like creative connected to their higher self, just like flowing. And it's just it's so inspiring though. Cause when people like you and all these incredible people on social media, it literally changes people's lives when they scroll and they see your video and they're like, wait, this is inspiring me. When's the last time I checked in with my body?
Yeah. I think that's the coolest part to me is when I get someone like 34 years old that has never danced in their life to DM me and be like, this video just inspired me to get up and learn it, so I'm gonna try it. Thank you so much. Da, da, da. I'm like, whoa, that is so cool to motivate people to stay active. And that's why I'm so obsessed with doing like funny, comical, ton of energy videos, is because it just motivates people to just be happy, not take life too serious, and stay active. That's awesome.
It's so beautiful. And my mom taught me this quote, which I literally want to get tattooed on my arm. And it's my favorite thing ever. It's anything can happen anytime, because it's so powerful to continuously remind ourselves as like creative people following their dreams. Don't get like frustrated on what's not working or what's not, because I am spiritual, but I also say like God, universe has a bigger plan for you, and what's meant for you will reach you.
Agreed. Do you have any more tattoos? Would that be the first tattoo?
I don't know if you can see this.
X and O?
It says XO on my finger, and it's a reminder to love myself.
Oh, that's awesome. Wait, was that on the middle finger though?
And I'm giving love to myself and to other people.
Like, here's your love. Love yourself.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Do you have any tattoos?
I have this one, bow,
Ooh.
like feathers attached. I have this one for my sisters because they live in Illinois and Indiana, but we're still like attached.
I love that.
I have music, and then I have it on my back.
Ooh,
yeah. Eventually, there's gonna be way, way, way more. I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a living canvas. So I kind of want to like create it as my journey, like moments throughout my life. I just want to like, so by the end of it, when I'm like 90 years old, I'm like, yep, that's my whole life.
It's like literally a line. And kids, this is when I got married.
Yeah. My favorite color right here, because I'm going to be 90-some years old, probably going to forget things about myself. So, that's my name. All right, that's my middle name. That's funny.
You like a barcode thing you can like scan at CVS.
Oh, that's what I used to look back in my prime time. I got a portrait of myself, like shirt off. Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Josh. So I ask all my guests on my podcast this one question. So let's pretend for 5 seconds that this is a radio show and people are calling in left and right. It's like an advice hotline. Let's say there's a teenager who's like, Josh, I'm your number one fan. I love you. Your dance. It literally, every time I feel anxious, I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack. I feel like not good enough. Your videos pump me up to another level. What would you tell them? Like, what's your best advice if they were asking, I want to get into dance. I want to do what you do. Like what's like a good first step?
A good first step. Okay, a good first step to get into dance would be, wait, with or without quarantine?
Without.
Without quarantine. Actually, even without quarantine, I would say obviously get into a dance class.
Yeah.
The environment, because that being around other people that are also doing like the same dance, you'll feel motivation. I mean, even in these like YouTube dance classes, when you see everyone in a circle giving energy to everyone, like that environment, everyone is on this like high adrenaline rush to like go off, and everyone's, you're feeding off of everyone's energy.
Yes.
But now I'm going to just say, but now during quarantine, I will say, start taking live dance classes. There's like our whole dance community right now are giving free live dance classes where all you got to do with the click of the button on Instagram is click it, and you'll be able to learn a couple of routines, feel free to screen record that so you can if you miss stuff or you're on super beginner level. Just take it step by step. There's, again, like I said, millions of dance tutorials online that you could at least start off and start moving your brain to learn choreography and retaining that. I think that's a huge part of dance, is being able to mimic movement, because you're going to start time by time learning body control. And what dance is just muscle control, body control, understanding where each limb is at. Like it's all works up here. Yeah.
Under that.
Quick intermission. Just need one of those out. Then back at it. Yeah.
No, I'm obsessed with your dancing too, because like I love the thing where it looks like your head isn't moving, but you're just like moving your limbs, and it's like super like, I think that's the coolest thing ever.
Let's go. Yeah, I do some things that I don't even know what I do. But yeah, it's so funny though, because growing up, I not only did hip hop dance competition team, but I went to a performing arts high school for freshman year. That I would like go. I would get on the train at like 6 a.m. I would go downtown Chicago, get on a bus from the train station to school. We would do 6 hours of academics and then 3 hours of dance every single day. And the dancing consisted of ballet, jazz, and modern. So coming from a hip hop dance competition team, never doing technique in my life, I was scared. I was scared 100%, especially wearing like a man thong and man LA shoes. I know at that time I was so scared, and I was like, wow, this is completely out of my
man thong. I love that.
Yeah, there's this thing called a dance belt where for men, it's like a jock strap. Cover the package, keep her secure. And then back, that thing is just up there. So that I remember my first time putting that thing on, and I was hallelujah. Like,
oh my God. It keeps the goods locked in.
Keep the goods locked in, but that kind of that helped that overall just helped me get better at dance. And that's the one thing, especially if you want to take dance seriously, is don't put a ceiling on top of the categories of dance you put yourself in. Everything helps with muscle control. It helps with body control. Especially with modern, we would just like sit there and just practice like going back with our chest and breathing from just sitting there for like an hour straight, understanding every single muscle in our body. So that was awesome. Super thankful I did that. It was a pain at times. It's just not my choice of music. But then after dance, it's crazy. After those 3 hours of dance academic classes, I would take the train back home, get home by like 6 p.m.-ish, 7 p.m., and go straight into hip-hop competition rehearsals for another like 3 hours every other day. So
oh my gosh,
sometimes for like 6 hours a day, and then by like 10 to 12 at night, I would do like my homework. So now I'd get ready and do it all over. So that kind of helped my mom understand that I really wanted to take dance serious. And that's where like we picked up everything after that year and moved to LA, because that's where opportunities are.
Wow. And that just shows too, like, you are one dedicated dude.
Yeah. I love music. I just love dance. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so,
I think it's easy when you love something so much. You don't really look at it as like work in a sense. It's like it's everyone has a specific purpose in life, and that for me, knowing where I saw myself go, and it just like kept fueling me to keep pushing and pushing. Yeah.
That's so cool. I want to know, do you have the thing? Okay, so for me personally, as a motivational speaker, every time I get on stage, and I've done like TED Talks and everything, I black out. Like, I don't remember it. Do you have that too when you're dancing? Like, do you just kind of black out and it just like flows?
It's so funny because I don't black out. I'll literally, it's the weirdest thing. When I'm taking dance class or I'm performing or whatever I'm doing in that moment, I'm awkwardly like thinking of like pizza or candy or like random things that have nothing to do with it.
Whoa.
Like, I know present time, I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know, but I can't, I literally force myself not to think about it and just like let myself go. And so I'll distract my like anxiety and overwhelming thoughts and feelings by thinking about something completely different. That even helped me when I was like fully like working on my acting stuff. Like I stopped dancing for a couple months to focus on some acting.
Yeah.
And for those like auditions, I would literally write with the camera and the person. It was just so scary for me that I would just like think about like dogs, like my dog, or like, okay, what am I going to do after this? Like anything I could do to distract my brain, especially knowing that I already did put all my work in. I'm already confident. I know what I'm doing. But in the present time, I just can't think about that exact thing because that will like stress me out to the point where I'll be a nervous wreck.
Of course.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
I think we all
You're just
have
like pizza and like.
Yeah. I'm like, I know what that pizza's gonna taste like tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. Okay. So Josh, okay, now it is time for rapid fire questions. So these are super goofy, whatever comes first to your mind, like just really interesting questions. So first one, if you could be any type of junk food, like what's your guilty pleasure food? What would you be?
Pepperoni sausage pizza, easily.
Amazing. I love it. Second one, what is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you?
I tooted in a movie theater. And it was at one of the emotional talks, and I was with my mom, and I had a lot of Twizzlers and popcorn and icy, and I tooted, and everyone was like, ooh. Yeah, especially, you know, when you go to the action, and then randomly it got to this like emotional intermission part, and like I thought it was gonna be like a silent but deadly situation, but like your man's was definitely talking down there, and so everyone was like, ooh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love the word tooted too. That's amazing. Okay, last rapid fire question. What is the best piece of advice you have ever received?
Best piece of advice I've ever received. Oh, rapid fire.
Like from your mom or a dance teacher or from.
I don't know. I'm gonna just say Jim Carrey by not giving an F, because when I see him act and like I saw his like documentary, he literally just doesn't care about whatever anyone else's think. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna use that in my life and stuff I create. So by just not giving an F.
Yeah, I love Jim Carrey.
He didn't necessarily, you know, stop me and was like, Josh, I have so much advice for you. Listen to me. But that's something that really like I took to heart. Yeah.
Did he actually say that to you, or is that just something?
No. I wish he did.
Oh my gosh.
Watching his like documentary and just like all of his work, he's just known for literally not caring, and that's why he's so animated and can get to that level. I'm really like inspired by him, so that's why a lot of like my comical stuff, like all of that, like is inspired by Jim Carrey.
I love that. I think
like all those faces and like all those things I just studied. I would go in the mirror and I would try them myself. Like growing up, that was just fun for me.
Yeah, I love Ace Ventura. That's like my favorite movie.
Oh my gosh, yep, classic. My all-time favorite is Bruce Almighty.
Ooh,
I'm like, oof.
So good. Well, thank you so much, Josh, for being a guest on my podcast. You are so amazing, and your story is so inspiring, and you are helping so many like young people who want to take that leap and follow their dreams.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh my gosh, wait, I can do it. Like there's this incredible guy named Josh Killacky killing it.
Thank you.
I would love to know, where can everyone find you on social media?
Ooh. You can find me on the socials of the medias at Josh Killacky, which is JoshKillacky. That's my TikTok as well. And you can just search on YouTube Josh Killacky.
Amazing. I love it. And do you have any fun upcoming projects that you want to share or you can talk about?
Yes, I do. So, my girlfriend and I are actually going to be competing on this season of World of Dance, NBC show.
No way.
Yep, Erica Klein and I. So we're going to be competing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then I got an opportunity like years ago to choreograph a TV series called Howard High, and it just got picked up and it's out now on I think it's called Urban Night streaming service. So it's my first time ever choreographing like a full-on like TV series musical vibe. So that was really cool experience. So that's out now.
That's so awesome. Congratulations. That's
Thank
so incredible. And you are such a trailblazer. You are so badass. That's so awesome.
Thank you. You too. Keep inspiring. You're awesome. I like that for your work.
Oh my gosh. I want to like, now I want to go record some like goofy like TikTok dance.
Right.
And
just like immediately after this, you're like.
I literally want to do my hair like Ace Ventura and wear a tutu and like just like freaking go. That
probably will go viral though. It's so funny. 100%.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to the Reaching New Heights podcast. And remember always to strive for more.